아, 장원영한테 푹 빠져갖고 장원영 직캠을 엄청 봤어.
그래서 누나 얼빠니까.
그치. 와.
That is Kim Eana, Korean #1 lyricist, the mastermind behind I Am, and many massive hits of artists like IU, Shinee, and EXO-CBX. And these are a bunch of love for Jang Wonyoung from famous names of the industry. Making both fans and big celebrities go crazy over the superstar glow that is unprecedented in K-pop, Jang Wonyoung has proven how she totally deserves the IT girl title and the most perfect idol of the idol history. But rewind the time to just over a year ago, she used to always be the target of criticism, and everything she did, from dancing, talking to, even just eating and standing, always became a topic for hate. So, how did she go from the most hated idol to the most beloved muse that even CEOs and producers of big companies adore? After a week of researching, I've gathered enough information from past to present, so let me take you down this interesting road. I guess I won't talk much about how netizens and journalists always go crazy over Jang Wonyoung. It's way too obvious, so let's pass that and talk about how even big celebrities, from actors, producers, peer idols, to even big company CEO, have always talked about Jang Wonyoung with the most flattering words. Enter Park Jin-young. Recently, he opened up about his experience working with Wonyoung, and let me tell you, despite him being the producer behind many iconic groups like Twice, Miss A got 7 and 2 p.m. He admitted to having never seen such an idol, more idol material than Jang Wonyoung.
저는 솔직히 이 질문은 누구한테 함부로 못하는데 근데 박정희 PD님한테 뭔가 할 수 있을 것 같아서 요즘 후배분들 싹 다 보시면 어떻게 생각하세요?
아이돌 할 준비가 된 상태에서 하는 느낌이야. 그때는.
맞아.
그게 너무 달라. 너희 때만 해도 그러지 않았거든.
그때나 지금은 또 느낌이 달라요.
나는 약간 제일 하면서 진짜 이 친구는 연예인이구나 라고 느꼈던 게 그 그룹백 챌린지 할 때 장원영이라는 친구랑 이제 같이 했는데 정말 그러니까 만나서부터 뭐 찍고 끝나고 고생했어요까지 전부 다 정말 그냥 진짜 아이돌이야.
From the moment of him meeting Jang Wonyoung, to filming the Groove Back Challenge, to going on stage and to the very last minute of saying goodbye, everything was so idol. He described Wonyoung as a real idol in the best sense. Of course, with the overwhelming hate over the past few years, JYP recognized there might have been mental struggles for Jang Wonyoung, but from the inside, from her aura, he sensed that she truly enjoys being an idol. Then there's the famous lyricist Kim Eana, who praised not just Wonyoung's appearance, but her dedication. She highlighted how Wonyoung visits the gym 5 times a week, early in the morning, and it doesn't stop there. Ha and Miju were wowed by Wonyoung's all-around excellence. In their words, she has everything, and really got everything, from her visuals to her personality. Even Park Myung-soo, known for his straightforward opinions, couldn't help but express his awe. He remarked that he'd never seen anyone quite like Jang Wonyoung, praising her unique beauty and standout presence among her group. Then there is Jungjaehyung. On his YouTube channel, he mentioned Wonyoung alongside other renowned beauties like Chui, Hyeri, and Lee Hyori. Imagine being mentioned in the same breath as these icons. It speaks volumes about Wonyoung's striking presence and the impression she leaves even on seasoned industry veterans. But it's not just industry veterans who are captivated. Lee Soo-hyun from akmu took to her Weverse livestream with nothing but awe for Wonyoung. "She's someone I really wanted to meet," she exclaimed. Soo-hyun was blown away by Wonyoung's real-life beauty, comparing her to a princess straight out of a fairy tale. Even Winter from aespa, a star in her own right, couldn't hide her admiration for Wonyoung. Imagine this, Winter literally always making headlines for everything from her visual to her talents to her daily moments, openly expressed her awe for another idol. She couldn't even hide her fangirl mode over Jang Wonyoung in public. And mind you, this is even a super big year-end event. But the glitz and the endless stream of compliments, Jang Wonyoung's journey in the K-pop world was not all roses. So when turning back time, why was she so hated? You can check out the details in this video I made a year ago, and to be honest, the reasons are countless, so I'll name 5 most common ones. But before diving deep into them, I hope you'll bear in mind that these criticisms were mostly senseless and exaggerated, so don't buy into them easily. Firstly, there were concerns about her skills. Despite being praised for her striking visuals, some were critical of her singing and dancing abilities, often labeling them as inconsistent or not on par with other idols. Critics also questioned Wonyoung's stage presence, pointing out instances where her energy seemed lower compared to her group members. Then, because of the accusations of Jang Wonyoung's severe lacking in skills but is still super famous, her frequent position as the center during choreography and promotions sparked accusations of favoritism. Surprisingly, this reason of hated dated back to her time with izone already. Then, there were also moments of her being allegedly obsessed with the center position like this. So, the hate got more severe. Adding to the complexity was the perception of her personality. Her demeanor, often seen as cutesy or laden with aegya, was sometimes criticized as inauthentic or manipulative, particularly during public appearances and variety shows. Lastly, allegations of favoritism by her agency, Starship Entertainment, intensified the resentment. Claims that she received better outfits, more center positions, and solo projects supposedly at the expense of other members further fueled the debate. These aspects of criticism created a challenging environment for Wonyoung, placing her under a microscope and subjecting her every move to intense scrutiny. However, her journey through these trials is a remarkable story of resilience and growth, reshaping her public image and her role in the K-pop world. You think your calendar's packed? Wait till you hear about Wonyoung's insane schedule. This girl is literally living in fast forward. So, picture this. December 14th, she's killing it as the MC of AAA for 9 hours straight in the Philippines. Next day, she's back on stage with IVE, while also doing MC for KBS Global Festival. Then, she's hopping from Busan to Daegu within a day for fan sign events. Next day, 2 more fan signs at 2 different cities, Daejeon and Gwangju. Next day, she is off. She zooms to China for another gig. Phew. Just hearing about it is exhausting. Now, here's where it gets even more jaw-dropping. Amidst this packed schedule, our Wonyoung reveals she's running on like 1 hour of sleep over 2 days, and yet, every time she hits the stage or meets fans, she's all smiles, full energy, and top-notch fan service. That's professionalism on a whole new level. But it's not just about how Jang Wonyoung handles her busy schedule, but also how she maintains peak professionalism at every single event. Like that time at the AAA 2023 when she smoothly caught MC Sung Hanbin's mic from falling, all while keeping her cool and continuing her script. Or when she seamlessly switches between 3 languages to interview the guest coming from different countries.
일본을 대표하는 배우이신 사카구치 켄타로 씨도 함께하고 계신데요.
안녕하세요.
konnichiwa, 켄타로-상.
감사합니다.
Jang Wonyoung indeed enjoys her idol job so much that at MMA, her idol antenna was always up and she never missed a single second to pose for the reaction camera. And surprisingly, this isn't the first time Jang Wonyoung's schedule is packed with little room for her to breathe like this. Back to April, when Jang Wonyoung had a sit-down with JJ, a famous MC with a pretty packed scheduler herself, even JJ expressed admiration and a little bit of anger when Starship Entertainment made Jang Wonyoung run this schedule non-stop within a few days. First performing at Akaraka at Yonsei University Festival, then that evening going to Paris for a Fred event, then as soon as it was over, Jang Wonyoung flew to Korea, attending Chungbuk National University's festival. Then at 5 a.m. she recorded a special MC stage, then did a live show for Music Bank, then went to Aju University's festival, then Sungkyunkwan University's festival, then did a fan sign event, then flew back to Paris and attended a MUSE event. Mind you, she is currently 19 years old only. And then there's her strength in adversity, like when she injured her arm on the set of I Am music video. 7 stitches, 2 days in the ER, but did she complain? Nope. She was right back on set, filming like a champ. The director couldn't stop raving about her dedication. But what really shows her character? It's those little moments, like that time in Spain. A video captured her genuine, sweet reaction when a child ran through her arms in a supermarket. Or this one time at an online fan sign, and Wonyoung met this fan who was hearing impaired. She immediately knew what to do. First, she made a heart with her hands, the universal sign for love and understanding, then started speaking super slowly so the fan could read her lips. And most importantly, while most fans get like 25 seconds of idle time, Wonyoung made sure this fan got over a minute. She even had the staff put a pause on things just so this fan didn't feel rushed. There's also another story. Another hearing impaired fan at a different event. Wonyoung, just by reading their expressions, figured they couldn't hear well. And what does she do? She says, "I love you," in sign language. No words needed, just pure heart. Then, you know how we all appreciate it when someone notices the little things about us? Well, Wonyoung takes this to a whole new level. There was a fan who just did video call with Jang Wonyoung, but when she met her in real life, Jang Wonyoung not only recognized her, but also pointed out how she looked different from before.
그죠? 아니 맞아.
And knowing that diverse selfies mean a lot to fans, that's why photo cards sell like crazy. Though they are literally just photos, Wonyoung tailors her content to each platform, showing a different side of herself on Bubble, Twitter, Instagram, and the fan cafe. Or most recently at the airport, she also made sure her fan sites could take good pictures, so she deliberately posed for them as if it was a paid photo shoot. Regardless of how much people keep ranting about idols don't need to be skinny, the fact that Liz immediately became the black sheep of IVE the moment she gained weight has proven how standardized beauty remains one of the driving forces behind the reputation of an idol. Jang Wonyoung, obviously with her intelligence and discipline, understands this double standard better than anyone, so never once has she shown up without looking at her finest. But the thing is, even without trying, she was already born an idol with the webtoon body proportion. Spot the odd? Usually, being the cordies of female idols is the most exhausting job, as they must always cover up body parts that don't align well with the standardized beauty. And when failing, both the idols and the cordies would be bashed for looking not idol enough. But for Jang Wonyoung, thanks to her surreal figure, she was literally wearing a denim skirt and a plain cardigan to the red carpet of one of the biggest year-end awards, and did anyone complain about her look? Nope. And her legendary visual? I guess you have seen enough headlines, so I won't talk about that anymore. But hey, do you know according to Australian People reader Alan Stevens' criteria, there are 7 personality traits that can be interpreted from her stunning beauty? If you're curious, comment down below and I'll debunk everything about Jang Wonyoung's visual in a shorts. Like how the lyricist Kim Eana wrote one line in I Am specifically for Jang Wonyoung.
내가 원래 썼던 가사는 나는 누군가의 dreams come true. 장원영이 얘기하면 누가 반박해.
But sadly, it got changed since Starship found it too narcissistic. Jang Wonyoung is really the dream comes true of all human beings. Seeing all the senseless hate thrown at her initially, which you again can check out here, was ridiculous. But now, as things have changed, I don't know if you drink, but let's all raise a toast to our hardworking One Uni.